Welcome to another intriguing episode of Behind the Scenes. My name is Lovio Jacobs, and today on the Behind the Scenes, we're looking behind the scenes of the world of pageantry and the modeling industry, joined by the current reigning Miss UFS campus, Miss Noella Bamona, whereby we'll be dealing deep about what actually happens behind the scenes of a career. And whilst at that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments on the comments section below. And whilst at that, also follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, K2KC Media, and Motivation Beyond Words. And Miss Noella,
hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. You know, like me, when I do an intro, usually like I speak a lot. That okay, so this is what she has done. This is what she has done. This is who she is. And just like for you, tell yourself who you are to the people.
Hello, everyone. I am Noella Bamona. I'm currently doing my honors degree in accounting. I am a model and a pageant, and as Luvio mentioned, I am currently the reigning Miss UFS, and it's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm very much excited, right? Because the pageantry
I don't know why you're
world.
excited. I am so nervous. Like, oh my gosh. Anyway,
The pageantry world is one that's very much exciting, right? But before we get to that, let's take it back. Where are you from? Where were you born, and how did you end up here?
okay. So originally, I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm not South African. That's where I was born. That's my country. And then we moved to South Africa. Currently living in the Eastern Cape. That's home for me. And how did I get here?
How did you,
Like-
from Congo to South Africa in the Eastern Cape to Bloemfontein?
Yeah, my
The
parents.
passport is quite busy.
No, I don't know. I think my dad's dream was to. He told himself that he's not gonna die until he learns how to speak the English language. He never really specified which English country he would like to move to. I think South Africa just was more of a, oh, okay, we're here now, let me just continue. And then he brought all of us here, and we've been here ever since. I basically grew up here my whole life. Yeah.
And how was your whole journey growing up, trying to learn different languages? Do you know other languages except English?
Yes, I speak roughly 4 languages.
Really? What
Yeah.
languages are those?
I speak French, English, Lingala, and a little bit of Xhosa.
Wait, what?
Lingala.
What's that?
It's a Congolese language.
Oh, really? Are
Yeah.
you fluent?
Yes.
Like, give us, give us like, because I only heard you speak English, of course.
Yeah.
Give us like a full sentence in Lingala.
In Lingala. Mbote bozande ngene Lingala za Noella.
It's like she's singing. Now,
goodness.
growing up now in South Africa, now you're from Congo to South Africa. Have you ever imagined yourself in modeling?
No. Oh, I mean, at some point it did cross my mind, but I have like very strict parents. They're all about, you need to study, and then you need to get your degree. So at some point I kind of gave up on it. And then growing up, I didn't really also have the world's best self-esteem, so that also played a role. And I guess I just woke up one morning and decided, you know what, you only live once, just go for it and see how it goes. And that's what I've been doing so far.
When actually did you start saying, okay, now I'm going to be full-time a model?
I don't even think I'm a full-time model yet, because I mean, I haven't even been signed into an agent. I'm still into a modeling academy where I'm still being taught and being molded into, you know, to the best of my ability. So I would love to be a full-time model. That's like my ultimate dream. That's what I'm looking forward to. In fact, my plan was to sign a contract this year, but COVID, the girl,
Wait.
ruined my plans.
So you won Miss Campus UFS,
Yes.
whilst not being a full-time model in the SelfEsteem Academy.
No,
If it's
I was
yours,
a
it's
full-time.
yours.
I was a
If it's
full-time
yours, it's
student,
yours.
and that was my first official pageant I've ever
Really?
entered. Yes, I didn't even know what was going on. I was just like, let's see what happens.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so take me through out Miss Campus. How was the whole journey?
yeah, it was interesting. Like I said, it was my first time doing an official pageant. First of all, financially, I was not ready. Guys, pageants are expensive. Because you have to be there all the time. It's show up at this place, you know, it's petrol, it's makeup, it's clothing. Financially, I wasn't ready for it, and on top of that, you need to like raise funds. So obviously, I took money out of my own pocket because, honey, school, I don't have time to go sell cupcakes.
So people that want to be in pageantry, you hear when they say fundraise, take out from your own pocket.
Like,
don't go around
there's
selling
no
cupcakes.
time to be selling cupcakes. Also, emotionally, I don't think I was ready because I was doing my final year when I entered Miss Campus. So obviously, there's academic pressure, and now you have to show up at rehearsals. I think if you want to enter into the pageant world, prepare yourself. Know who you are, because you can really get sucked into that world. You need to make sure that you know who you are. You need to prepare yourself mentally, financially, spiritually, physically, exercise, because you'll end up falling asleep during rehearsals and then it's like -1 point. So yeah, just be ready for it.
All right, a bit of a controversial question. Do you think that pageantry is a money-making scheme?
Oh, child, you're trying to... I don't want people to take away my crown. Listen, please, I'm brutally honest. I think some pageants are into money-making schemes. Like, you can tell. I mean, you really can tell when they just want the money. And then after they give you a crown, nothing happens. There's like silence. So, just pray. I mean, you never know.
So with Miss Campus, after you got the crown, what did you do?
After getting my crown, I started the dance classes with Africa. That was going very well. We had a lot of projects that we were planning, but unfortunately COVID came to place, and then I had to go back home, and it's been quiet ever since. I think right now that we are at level 1, things are starting to rise back up a little bit. We're making plans, trying to see how we can sort of come back, like make a comeback, because the COVID really just messed things up. Yeah.
And then when you were still doing like the pageantry, right, did you ever think that you would win?
Nah.
Because I don't know, lie to you, I was there at the finals. There's some pretty good looking ladies that actually stood a chance. So
right?
Didn't they ever intimidate you at the stage?
To be honest, I think people always look at me, they're like, oh no, she's probably confident. I am not. I'm probably like, I get intimidated very easily by people, especially good looking girls with the weaves and the nails. I mean, you see me, I don't even have nails done. So I wasn't really like, I didn't think I was going to win. I mean, it was a shock to me because, like I said, it was my first time entering a pageant. So I was just testing the waters. I really wasn't into it on some, I'm going to win. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. I'm just like, let's see how this goes. Let me try and discover myself throughout this journey. So it was kind of a surprise for me.
Sure. Now, I want to now get back to the thinking process when they said, okay, now, because I was there, I remember the 2019 Miss Campus is Noella Bamona. What went through your mind? Because I think these things, they look rehearsed, because you see Ozo Zibini now, Miss Universe is Zibini Tonzi. Then she's just like, I was like, that looks so weird. If it was me, yo, yes, that's me. And again, like, that's how I would act. I was like, hey, Mo, I just got crowned. And then all that you do is, or like, do you go to classes whereby they teach you that, okay, so
this is how you react if you
this is how you react?
No, they don't. I wish they did. They don't. But I don't know, man. I can't answer that question because I think I also did the same thing.
You did the same thing.
There's a picture of you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a pageant thing. I think you watch so many pageant on TV and then you practice in your bedroom. The day I win a pageant. No.
Imagine you win a pageant and you start twerking. Yo,
that went through my mind. I was like, I might as well try wash. But
just for vibes, you know.
You gotta be.
Yeah. All right, now coming now to the issue of balancing everything out. Do you think that you have a good balance between pageantry and accountancy?
No.
And that's always the case.
I don't. You just. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You go with the flow, but I'm not gonna lie, you do have to plan. Like even though you I don't think you will ever find balance. There's always gonna be one that's gonna outweigh the other. True. And hopefully it's your academics. But hopefully it is your academics. But no, sometimes you have to sacrifice. I've had to sacrifice my academics. But if you do plan, you have some sort of a structure in your life. Whatever hits you, you're not going to fall off the wagon that much. You're still going to find your way back on because you have some sort of a plan, a path that you take, or a route, or some direction. So just plan. But yeah, you will never find that 50-50 balance that people talk about. It's a lie. There's no such thing because
it's a scam.
It's a scam. Life will never be. So yeah.
Pageantry or accountancy? For the rest of your life, you have to choose one.
I know my parents are paying my tuition, but child... I don't mind being pretty on stage all day. It is so much more fun. Oh my gosh, like balancing books. No, I love my degree, I really do, but I have a passion for modeling and pageants. I think that's my love. That's what makes me really happy. It fulfills me. So if I were to do pageants or modeling for the rest of my life, it would really be a dream come true. I would really appreciate that.
And with a person that does such a lot of things with pageantry, you're a model, you're an ambassador of something someday, you're a promoter. What is that one thing that keeps you grounded?
Money.
I love how she's so true about it. It's the guap.
Guys, no, I'm kidding. For me, it's my family. I see how hard my dad has worked over the years, having to come from a different country where you speak completely, like two complete different languages, and building a life here and starting from the ground up. What he has done, I don't remember the last time my dad took a leave from work. He's always busy. He's always on the move. He's always doing something. And I want to match that. I want to be at least half the person that he is. So whenever I look back, whenever I look at what my dad has achieved, what my family structure looks like, it's just, it makes me want to continue.
So always looking back.
Yeah, just look back. Just see how far you've come. Sometimes you want to give up. Just look how far you've come and where you want to go. Remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself why you started and keep going.
That's very much powerful. And then, what is the major challenge that you believe that has brought you here? Because I don't know, a lot of people know this about me, that I'm very big on journey, right? I believe that your journey, each and every step that you take prepares you for the next one. Every challenge that you take prepares you for the next one. What is that one challenge that you faced in your career or in your own personal life that you believe that contributed to the Noella that we see today?
That is such a pageant question.
Bato, Noella.
Now I have to come up with like world peace answer. Self-confidence. Love yourself. Drink water, ladies. Exercise.
I want to come to those questions. Quickly answer this one.
Okay, so like I said, I've had the lowest, maybe not even a self-esteem at all. I really thought that I was ugly, which is very funny because I look at myself in the mirror and I'm just like, nah. But I'm glad I went through that because now how I see myself, it's the work that I put in. It's all me. So I don't really let people's opinions affect me because I know I know how low I've been and the work that I had to put in to get where I am today. So I'm glad that I once thought that I was not going to make it this far. I'm glad that I once thought that I was not good enough or complete because it built me. And I'm really appreciative of going through that journey because the person that I am today is strong-willed. She does not just, get shaken or broken by anyone's opinions or what people think, what people say. I'm grounded. I'm true to myself. I know who I am, and that's it.
It takes a lot of maturity for you to build such a guard and to build such a facade, especially in the industry that you're in, that I know who I am, I know the worth that I carry. I want to know that, is there any backlash? Because I feel like you're too beautiful to be mocked. Is there any backlash that you received on social media or amongst your peers that you're too skinny, you're too dark, you're too this? Because one thing I've noticed about an industry whereby you have a good chance to becoming a public figure, people will always feel entitled to give their own opinion about yourself. Have you ever passed through that stage?
Okay, I don't know. I'm not really big on social media. I mean, I don't have like a huge social media following. Maybe that's why, but I've never really received anything negative from social media. I think it's also because literally all my 5 followers are people that I know. So
trust me, it's not 5. I've been on it's not 5.
Like it's people that I know, and so I've always received compliments, but prior to that, I've received some, it's those little offish compliments. Like I just call them half compliments. Oh, you're so pretty for a dark skinned girl. I feel like that part. What are you insinuating? What do you mean by that? That those are the things that I usually received back then. Oh, you're just so skinny. You don't have any boobs. You don't have an ass. And I'm just like, you could have just said I'm skinny, as in you look beautiful, and then keep it moving. So it's those little comments, those around the bush comments that people usually make, but I think sometimes we just project what we are feeling onto other people. So I'm just like, you're probably having a bad day. You don't see yourself as complete, and that's okay. I hope that you find some healing, some light, and
heal.
Heal. Like, really.
All right.
Salamans.
I've been to many events around Bloemfontein and the Free State Lodge, and I can't remember missing an event where you are not there.
That's a lie.
She's literally in every VIP. She's literally everywhere. I want to know that, was that a personal decision that you want to network, or it's just that it's just part of the job?
I think I'm very lucky. For example, you always plugging me. I think I have a lot of people who always say, oh, there's this and this.
Plug.
He really is the plug, and I'm so grateful. I don't think I've ever said this a lot. I really am so grateful and just so thankful that you are in my life, because you truly are a blessing. I mean, I have a lot of views in my life who just send me an email, oh, there's something happening on Wednesday, are you available? And I'm like, okay, yeah. I always make myself available, because you need to make sacrifices. If you want to make it out there, you can't say, I don't feel like going today. Even if you don't feel like it, make a plan, show up, because you don't know who you're going to meet that day. You do not know who you're going to impress. So show up and just be ready for whatever happens.
And with every event that you have attended, right?
Which is like 2.
Not even. Like, I think last year only 6 events where I've seen her. That's not even.
I think that was only November.
That's where, exactly, 6 events in 1 month. 6 events in 1 month.
Oh,
but
child.
with every event that you attend, you meet a lot of people, right? Do you think that is very much important for us as creatives, as people in the industry in Bloemfontein, to come together and create something big, or it's every man for himself?
I always tell people Bloemfontein is a family business.
True.
It's a family business.
And in that family, everyone knows each other.
Everyone knows each other.
A knows B and C and D.
If you're going to have a wedding, you already know someone who's going to make the dress, who's going to make the cake. Like, everyone knows everyone. So rule number 1, don't beef with anyone. If you want to have events that is inclusive of everyone, you need to make sure that you get along with at least half of the people that you meet. So I don't think it's a one man for himself, because everyone knows everyone. You meet this person, and then turns out they know the person that you met 2 weeks ago, and then they know someone else. I would strongly encourage more inclusive events where we all come together. I just feel like there are cliques in Bloom.
True.
I feel like there are squads in Bloemfontein, even though it's a family business. There's cousins,
and then
there's brothers, and then there's
and then sometimes to get to an event, looking all proper, looking all nice, you don't know now. You go to the brothers, to the cousins.
You know who you are.
It's so funny, because I've always analyzed it, and I thought I was the only one that was seeing this.
It's a family business, but they don't get along in this family.
They do not, because those 4 cousins, they don't like these 3 brothers.
They don't like these 3 brothers.
And it's a very sad mentality amongst all of us, because we all have different strengths that we can all contribute towards our own hustles, right? Because I believe that the industry that I'm in is very far from the industry, not that far, but it's very far from the industry that you are in. But you need me as much as I need you.
True.
You understand? So it causes a lot of inconvenience generally.
I think it's because Bloom is it's just so tiny. We all tend to do the same thing, and then I think that competition mentality just kind of segregates us, because we're all more or less doing the same thing. Everyone is kind of in the modeling pageant industry. Everyone has a modeling school. Everyone is just doing something that is similar to the next person, but it's different. And now you have that I need to be better than you, so it creates segregation. I think just remove that mentality. You need someone. You can't walk this journey alone. So the only person you should be competing with is yourself. Stop competing with other people, because you are literally closing your own doors by doing that. So I think if the mentality around Bloemfontein could change, then it would be a more cohesive, a more inclusive society.
And this is why she's the current Miss Campus. That was her winning answer.
It's a lie.
All right, so I'm still on this issue of Bloemfontein and how the industry in Bloemfontein is. Do you think that we're entitled? Come for all the wigs.
Ooh. Oh, child. These questions are gonna get me in trouble.
Because no, like generally, not of course the gatekeepers, because the gatekeepers I know they're entitled that I'm not gonna open the specific doors for Noella, because the moment I open this door for Noella, it's going to cause trouble for my own business. You get?
Yeah.
So we all know that the big guys up there, they're quite entitled, but for us that are still aspiring to get there, do you think that we're entitled?
I don't know. I think, naturally speaking, human beings are entitled to a certain extent,
True.
right? And I sometimes understand where that entitlement comes from. Because, for example, me, in the modeling industry, like I said, I'm not signed to an agent yet, so I'm not getting paid yet. And I sometimes feel entitled to at least receive something, even though I'm not signed, but like it's my time. I'm selling my time. I'm selling, myself to you. So I sometimes feel entitled to at least, I don't know, 4 pictures from the shoot. Because you go to a shoot and you literally just shoot, and then there's no pictures, there's nothing. You just... Yeah. So to some people, they might be like, yo, but you're entitled. You're only at the bottom. But you need to understand where my entitlement is coming from. I'm giving you my time. So I understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, you need to humble yourself, because if you are still at the bottom trying to work your way up, you can't walk around feeling entitled to everything. You need to humble yourself. So it's a
50-50.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm trying to wrap everything up. In the modeling industry, who is that one model or that one pageant queen that you say, all right, one day?
Oh, Naomi Campbell.
Really?
I love Naomi Campbell. I am obsessed with her. I love everything she stands for. I love the fact that she's a little bitchy and people don't like her. I love her because she's just so true. She's so real. And she has opened so many doors for us dark-skinned girls, for black women actually in the modeling industry. I love how she's forever fighting the segregation, the racism in the modeling industry, the backlash that black models receive, dark-skinned models receive. I love how she's forever in the front line fighting that. So I would love to share a runway with her. That's literally one of my biggest dreams. Another one is A.Bit. She's basically Naomi's little child. They are so cute together. I love her as well. So yeah, those are the people that I look up to. Pageants, not so much.
There's guys.
I think she's great. I think she's amazing. But I'm not really into pageant as I was anymore. So I'm not really investing my time trying to see who I'm looking up to in the pageant industry, because I've sort of shifted my mind.
So you're more of a model than
I'm more of a model
queen.
than a pageant queen. I think this is probably my last pageant for now. I don't know. I might change my mind. Like I go where the money's at, honey. Like if
I remember a few days back, you wrote something on your status that in constant persuasion of Iman.
Yes, in pursuit of Iman. Charlotte.
Where the money's at, Noella's at. And then finally, one question that I always ask the guests at this moment is that, God forbid tomorrow you were to pass, because life is very uncertain these days, right?
Child.
What is that one thing that we should remember Noella for?
Wow.
Except wanting money.
That's so deep. I would love to be remembered as a person who made everyone around her feel welcomed and feel safe. I hope I've made the people around me feel safe. I think it's important that when people are around you, they just feel themselves. I want you to be yourself. I don't want you to speak or act a certain way when you are around me. I hope I'm remembered as humble. I don't think I'm humble, but anyway, I hope that's how y'all see me, as a humble person. I hope that people remember me as this kind, loving, caring, person who gave to the world and saved the world, Mother Teresa.
And gave the world the cure for COVID-19.
To the ones who deserve it. To the ones who deserve it, yeah. So...
That's how you want to be remembered. Wow. Giving COVID-19 vaccinations only to the ones that deserve it. And that is how we wrap up the behind the scenes of the pageantry and modeling industry with Noella Bamona. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
I wish you nothing but love and light.
Oh, darling.
And I wish you money and more money and bank notification after bank notification.
Because money will boost your immune system. It will make you feel happy. You will grow. Am I lying?
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Sure.
But yeah, and I wish that you always stay passionate to your calling, and may we meet in destiny.
Oh, thank you so
And
much.
thank you so much for tuning in, and do not forget also to like, subscribe, drop your comments on how you like the interview. If you have any questions for Noella, drop them right there. And that's how we wrap up another interview on Behind the Scenes with Flavio Jacobs. So that being said, right about this time, there's a time I just say live light, love your light, and do let love lead. And remember that before you die, make sure you live. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's how you wrap it up.